Hey guys, so today I have a bit more of a serious video where I just want to spend time talking to you in the quickest way possible, but getting into the most detail about something I have been diagnosed with over the past few months. That is fibromyalgia, and I got this all written out for you guys. Fibromyalgia is what it involves is long-term body-wide pain, tenderness in joints, muscles, and tendons, and other soft tissues. It's also linked to fatigue sleep disorders, so trouble sleeping, headaches, which I had gone through a very long, wide span of migraines in 7th grade, so last year, depression, through this really this big journey of finding out what I have. I was really down, and usually I'm the most peppy person in my school and amongst my group of friends, and I just couldn't be. And anxiety, and that's just like anxious with people, and very pushing away of people. Like if they asked me, or what was wrong or how I was feeling, I would just tell them to get out of my face. I don't want to look at you. I don't want to talk to you. And I apologize to all my friends because I love them so much, and they are my biggest supporters. I just don't know what I would do without them, and I felt like they were my biggest enemies at that point. Just, coming up to say hi, and when they hugged me, I would just cringe because I would just be like, get off of me, leave me alone, let me breathe. And it was just a really hard time for me because I didn't understand what was going on. So that was really hard to deal with, just all the symptoms of this. So, like I said, fibromyalgia is just widespread body pain. And I hurt all the way from my head basically down to my feet. I hurt in my collarbones, I hurt in my spine, I hurt in my hips, I hurt in my legs, I hurt in my arms. I couldn't raise my arm past this point, and I play upright bass, and upright bass is taller than me, and I would have to hold my arm all the way up there, and I had to drop it for a while. Probably through the last weeks of school, more than weeks, maybe months, I just couldn't play it, and that was definitely very hard for me. I couldn't sing because all the muscles and joints, like opening your mouth, it just hurt me, and I didn't sing for the longest time. The talent show that I actually recently posted was the last time I sang in forever, and it felt good to do it because I missed it. And I knew that I would hurt later on, but I just felt that it was worth it. It was my last chance. So fibromyalgia usually is found in adults and older people because it is joint pain. When you hear fibromyalgia, usually people think of old people when, their hip goes out and stuff like that. So when I told my just people around me, I'm not going to, say who it is, but they didn't take that as a diagnosis. They said that that was impossible for me at 13 years old to get fibromyalgia, and that really hurt me because I had searched for months and months and months to find an answer, and finally when I did, no one would support me in it, and except for my parents, of course. But people were just like, no, you can't have that. That's, people over 60 and stuff like that, and I went to see a pediatric rheumatologist who was someone who specializes in juvenile, which is children, fibromyalgia. And she said that it was actually very common now for kids to get fibromyalgia. And hearing that, it's kind of upsetting because you have this for the rest of your life. There is no cure to fibromyalgia. There's things to make it better and settle the pain and ease the pain, but there's really nothing to, take it all away forever. You're going to have better, worse days, but you're never going to not hurt, really. And so I finally told them that I went to see this expert on it, and my doctor, oh my God, I love her to death now because she just helped me so much, and I just don't know what I would do if I had to keep searching for what I have. I probably think I would go crazy. And with the depression and everything, I would cry myself to sleep every single night. It was just really hard. And I don't know how I could have got through it without all the doctors and my parents and stuff like that. Sorry. But, let's see what else. Okay, so really actually in a couple of days I'm having a tilt table test. And that is to test for syncope and circulatory issues. And with circulatory issues, that is your blood flow and everything else like that. So my feet, actually, they are like it now. They turn purple. And you can't really see it because I'm sitting down and not good light. But they are like a grape right now. They turn deep purple when I do not have socks on. And even in the summertime, it's like 90 degrees out. And my feet are freezing. And my hands get really cold and clammy, and that's clammy is like sweaty, and that was all like something I had to deal with, like, and I was really like self-conscious because of it. Self-conscious, I think I said conscience, because of it. And like when I would have to shake hands for like National Junior Honor Society, I would always like be like worried that my hands were sweaty, and I never understood why they were like that all the time. But now I'm taking salt pills, and that's really gross. I know it's just a little pill like this. It's just basically like a wad of salt, and I just take it with water. It just kind of tastes a little gross, but it's supposed to help with the blood flow. Salt really helps with blood flow, so that is another thing my pediatric rheumatologist prescribed for me is these salt pills, and they help a little. I'm still waiting, for them to really kick in. I've been on them for a while, but they're not really helping yet. At least I don't think so. But they my hands aren't the worst. It's my feet. They're actually like really cold. But I have to. About the tilt table, they put you on a table, and obviously they tilt it at a certain degree, and you're strapped on, and you sit there. It's like a 1 to 2 hour test, and you sit there basically you lay there till you pass out. Basically, that's how the thing goes. And if you pass out, you have syncope. If you don't, you don't. So they had to just really catch your blood pressure at that certain time when you pass out, and then they could tell you if you have it or not. My mom has it, and she also has fibromyalgia. She was in a car accident many years ago, but it still affects her today. Her body's really messed up like mine, but that was from the car accident, and that's when she was diagnosed. My Nana has it. My Nana was diagnosed, or my grandma, she's my grandma, before they even knew what fibromyalgia was, so that was obviously tough for her. Too, because no one knew even what to call it. They didn't even have a name. And then with the circulatory problems, I also am very sensitive to hot temperatures. I would love to film outside for you guys. I know I did before, and I said that if you liked it, then I would do it, and I know many of you guys did. I'm really sorry because I'd love to go outside. But what happens to me is I get blotches all the way down my legs and my arms from the heat, and they really hurt. They just burn, and I have to calm down. Like when I'm taking hot showers, and I even take hot showers in the summertime because then I can go in my air conditioning room and kind of cool down. But when I'm in the shower, it happens. So it's obviously heat sensitivity, which is also related to syncope. Heat and cold sensitivity. So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get that as well. But right now we know definitely that I have a fibromyalgia. That is a definite. And I'm not glad I have it, but I'm glad I have my answer after like so many just months of searching for my answer. Another thing I wanted to say was how I said that you could ease the pain with medication, but you can't take it away. Medication. I was put on Cymbalta, and that's the little pill that wakes the girl up in the morning because she's depressed. It is really used for depression, but it also has been proven as a pain control regimen. So it kind of relaxes the nerves and then also helps with the depression I was having. So we tried that, and actually children under 18 aren't supposed to be on that, but my doctor obviously prescribed it, so it wasn't like I was going out and doing it myself. It was prescribed to me, and we thought it would help. I think my neurologist prescribed it, and it only got me worse. I was on that and muscle relaxers, and my teachers didn't even know how I could function when I went back to school because my mom's on muscle relaxers. We're all on those, and usually older people can handle that better, and I would just get up and and I had to go to school. I missed over 40 days, but I still managed to pass all of my final exams with high 90s, so that's another thing I'm really proud of that I did out of this whole journey. So like I said, the Cymbalta and the muscle relaxers didn't work, but I'm on some new medications. I don't know the names of those, but they're helping. I'm not in the pain every day. I'm not crying myself to sleep every night like I used to. I'm definitely better. I'm better. But right now, the back of my shoulders are hurting. Stuff is gonna hurt, but the way I was before, I wouldn't have been able to get out of bed. I couldn't pick my head up off a pillow. It was terrible, and so I'm definitely better, but not 100%. So I still have a lot of tests to go. Like I said, I have my tilt table coming up, and I will share those results with you guys once I know them. You will know them. So like I said, I'm on new medication, and another thing I'm really excited about is I'm playing tennis, mostly every day now. I just go out to the tennis courts with my dad and practice my serves and stuff like that. I might even try out for high school, because I just graduated 8th grade, so that's really exciting. So I'm moving on to the high school, and I might even try out for high school tennis team. And I actually thought that, it would be bad for me since I'm, constantly like this and moving. But I think that if I take it slow, which I have been, it could help regain the strength in my muscles. And I also might go for some PT, which is physical therapy, in pools. And I just put up my pool. We don't have a big one. We actually had to take it down, but we have just a blow-up one, which is really all I need just to soak and just relax my muscles, and that's going to be really good for me. So as you can see, I was on a big journey finding this. What I explained to you in 13 minutes took me several months, and it was definitely really scary and sad and tough, but I'm here, and the progress and the results I have gotten are really great. I lost a lot of weight. I was actually really underweight, not from choice. I just couldn't, I would stop eating because of all the medication. It was a loss of appetite, and I was really underweight. I was 100 pounds, 103 pounds I think, and I'm supposed to be 117, something like that. And I actually have put on some more weight, and which is good. That's a good thing, and that could also be from the salt, which kind of bloats you, but I've been, eating regularly now, kind of like an endless pit, but I have put on some more pounds, which is good, about 4 extra pounds during these months, which is good. I just thank you for everything, guys. Just you and my friends and my family have definitely gotten me through this whole thing, and I don't know what I would do without you guys and my family and my friends. So thank you for just sharing these 15 minutes with me, letting me kind of just share what's going on with you. And like I said, my future tests, I will definitely let you know what's going on. But I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for all the love and support. It means the world to me. I love you guys with all my heart. Bye.